What if I told you that there is a simple drink that can change everything? How firm you feel, how confident you are, how alive your body becomes in just 60 minutes. Most men over the age of 50 think that their problem is age, which is just the way it is. But in reality, it's not about age. It's all about blood flow. And the truth is, your veins aren't dead. They are just waiting for the right signal to open again. There's a drink in your supermarket right now that can force your blood vessels to open up to 200% more. Naturally, no pills, no side effects, just pure biological power. Here's what men in their 60s and 70s are now using to regain their confidence. If you identified with this, if you feel your body needs that extra boost after 40, I have great news. We've condensed all the science on nutrition, supplements, and post-40 vitality into one practical and easy-to-follow guide. You no longer have to guess what works. This guide gives you the exact strategies to jumpstart your metabolism, improve your energy, and start feeling younger today. Your best self can't wait. Click the link in the description or the first pinned comment right now. Don't postpone your vitality. Download the guide and start enjoying your best years. And it starts working in 1 hour. Hi, I'm Dr. Karol. I am a board-certified urologist and have spent the last 20 years helping men restore performance and vitality without relying on drugs. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what this drink is, how it works, and how you can use it to regain the strength and endurance you thought was gone forever. Because the secret to lasting power isn't found in a prescription bottle. It's hidden within your own body's natural chemistry. Stay with me until the end because the most powerful part comes at the end. Before we talk about the drink itself, you need to understand what's really going on inside your body. When you were younger, your arteries were wide, flexible, and full of life. Blood ran through them like water through a new hose. But as the years go by, stress, sugar, lack of sleep, and even sitting too long begin to damage the lining of those arteries, the endothelium. That inner lining controls a critical signal, nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is like a switch. When it is turned on, the blood vessels open. When it's off, they tighten, restricting blood flow everywhere, even where it matters most. That's why so many men notice their firmness fade, their recovery slows down, and their energy decreases. It's not just about hormones, it's about circulation. Imagine trying to water your garden with a hose full of kinks. No matter how strong the water pressure, nothing flows. Your body works the same way. Without open vessels, blood can't reach the muscles, nerves, and tissues that create performance. Now, here's the exciting part. Your body can repair this. In fact, you can retrain your arteries to open again and flood your body with life. And it starts with what you drink because certain natural compounds trigger nitric oxide production and force those arteries to relax naturally, safely, and quickly. In this video, I'll reveal 5 powerful drinks that can do just that. Drinks that restore circulation, increase oxygen, and regain the performance you thought was gone. But one of them is so powerful. You can expand your veins by more than 200% in just 1 hour. And that's the one we'll start with next. The number 1 nitric oxide potency you can drink before intimacy. This is the drink that pharmaceutical companies never talk about because it works too well and is completely natural. Beetroot juice. It's not exotic. It's not expensive. And yet, it's one of the most powerful ways to boost blood flow and performance, especially for men over 50. Here's why. Beetroot is loaded with natural nitrates. When you drink it, those nitrates travel through your digestive system into your bloodstream and are transformed into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the molecule that tells arteries to relax and open wide. When it rises, its blood vessels expand like a balloon that fills with air. That expansion means more oxygen, more nutrients, and more blood, reaching all the parts of your body that need it, including those most important for intimacy and endurance. Clinical studies show that beetroot juice can increase blood flow by up to 200% in 1 hour. That's no exaggeration. That's biology. When nitric oxide increases, the smooth muscles in the walls of the blood vessels relax. Your circulation improves, your firmness is strengthened, and your confidence returns. Here's the key. Time and quantity matter. Drink around 8 to 16 o'clock. That's 250 to 500 milliliters of pure beetroot juice. About 60 minutes before the activity. That's the window in which nitric oxide peaks in the blood. You can make it fresh with a juicer or buy pure, unsweetened beet juice at most stores. Just avoid mixes with added sugar. Sugar kills vascular benefits. If you don't like the earthy flavor, mix it with a splash of apple juice or ginger. Keep at least 75% beets and you'll keep the power. Some men even say they feel a warm pulse moving through their body about 45 minutes after drinking it. That is the circulation waking up. And that's just the beginning. Because once nitric oxide starts flowing, it can protect it, spread it out, and make it last longer. How? By combining beet juice with a second powerful drink that keeps nitric oxide alive within the bloodstream. And that's what we'll talk about next. Now let's talk about something sweet, deep red, and old. A drink that was once called the nectar of strength in Persian medicine. Pomegranate juice. For thousands of years, men have used it to increase fertility, energy, and stamina. And today, science finally explains why. Inside every glass of pomegranate juice are powerful plant compounds called polyphenol, especially one known as punicologen. Think of the polycollagen as a shield. When you drink pomegranate juice, these antioxidants run through your bloodstream and protect nitric oxide, the same molecule that beet juice helps you produce. Size. Nitric oxide is fragile. The moment it encounters free radicals or inflammation, it breaks down. That's where the grenade comes in. It blocks those free radicals, keeping nitric oxide alive and active for hours longer. So while the beetroot opens the arteries, the pomegranate protects them like a bodyguard protecting a king. The result: more sustained blood flow, better circulation, and longer-lasting firmness. One major study followed men who drank a small glass of pomegranate juice daily for 4 weeks. Nearly half reported that their performance returned to levels they hadn't felt in years. And many of them said their confidence soared. To get the full benefit, drink about 8 to 10 ounces of pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice about an hour before intimacy. And here's an advantage. If you make it part of your morning ritual, your go-to circulation will improve over time. Every day you drink it, you're training your blood vessels to stay open, responsive, and alive. But what if there was a drink that not only protected nitric oxide, but actually created more? Theirs. And it hides in one of the most refreshing fruits in the world. The next one surprises almost every man I talk to. Watermelon. You probably think of it as a summer fruit. Sweet, refreshing, simple. But within that red meat, and even more so, the white rind, is one of the most powerful natural compounds for the circulation of men. It's called citrulline. When you drink watermelon juice, your body converts citrin into another amino acid called arginine. Arginine is then converted into nitric oxide, the same molecule that opens arteries, increases blood flow, and gives you stronger, longer-lasting performance. Now, here's the kicker. If you take arginine directly, most of it is broken down by your digestive system before it reaches your bloodstream. But the citrin in watermelon prevents that process. It travels intact through your body, becomes your kidneys, and then floods your system with usable arginine, fuel for nitric oxide. That means watermelon juice is actually a more efficient way to increase nitric oxide than most supplements on the market. In fact, studies show that men who drank watermelon juice daily experienced better blood flow and firmness in just 2 weeks. So how do you do it? Blend 3 to 4 cups of fresh watermelon cubes. Include some of that pale white peel. That's where citrulline lives. You'll end up with about 16 ounces of juice. Drink it 30 to 60 minutes before intimacy. It's sweet, hydrating, and works wonderfully in conjunction with beetroot or pomegranate juice. Because remember, beetroot creates nitric oxide, pomegranate protects it, and watermelon helps your body produce more. 3 natural allies that work together to bring your circulation back to life. And when you combine them in the right way, the effect is unlike anything else. That's what I call the triple nitric oxide booster. And I'll show you how to do that below. Alright, gentlemen. This is where it all comes together. You've just learned how beet juice opens blood vessels, how pomegranate juice protects nitric oxide, and how watermelon juice builds it up more. Now, imagine what happens when you combine all three. That's what I call the triple nitric oxide booster. It's simple, it's natural, and it's one of the most powerful vascular combinations you can drink. Here's how. In a large glass or shaker, mix 8 ounces of beet juice, 6 ounces of watermelon juice, 4 ounces of pomegranate juice. That's it, an 18 degrees drink that activates 3 different pathways for blood flow, endurance, and energy. The beet starts the process, sending nitrates through its system. Watermelon adds citrin, which converts to arginine, feeding even more nitric oxide. And the antioxidants in pomegranate keep that nitric oxide alive and active for longer. Together, they create a chain reaction in the bloodstream, like a 3-lane highway suddenly opening up after years of traffic. Men who try this combination often describe the effect as a warm, stable, and deeply charged feeling. Not nervous or overstimulated, just alive. Drink it about an hour before intimacy for the strongest results. If you're consistent and do it several times a week, your baseline circulation will continue to improve. You'll notice better energy, better recovery, and even better focus throughout the day. Some men tell me it's like rediscovering the version of themselves they thought was long gone. But here's the best part. You don't need to wait for the results. The effects begin to accumulate in a matter of hours. And the longer you wear it, the stronger it becomes. Because once your circulation wakes up, your body remembers how it's supposed to work. But what if you take this even further? Using these drinks not only before the activity, but every day, that's where the real transformation begins. Here's something that most men don't realize. These drinks don't just work for one night. They train your body to function better every day. You see, nitric oxide is not a one-time chemical explosion. It's part of your body's long-term communication system. When you give your blood vessels the nutrients they need on a daily basis, they adapt. They begin to produce nitric oxide more efficiently. They become more flexible and stay open longer. That means your baseline circulation improves. Even on days when you don't expect intimacy, you'll notice the difference. You'll wake up more energized. You'll recover faster after workouts. Your hands and feet will stay warmer because the blood is finally flowing freely again. Studies show that men who drink beetroot or pomegranate juice every day for several weeks develop stronger and more sensitive blood vessels. Your blood pressure stabilizes. Your stamina increases. Your confidence returns. Think of it as compound interest for your body. Every glass you drink builds on the previous one. You're not just improving performance for tonight. You're rebuilding your foundation for years to come. Here's a simple daily routine that I recommend. In the morning, drink a small glass of pomegranate juice, about 8 ounces. That sets the stage for better endothelial health throughout the day. In the afternoon, add a shot of beetroot or a small smoothie with fresh watermelon. That keeps nitric oxide levels high, vessels open, and circulation buzzing. And when you know that intimacy can happen later that day, that's when you get the full triple booster formula back. Because now your body isn't starting from scratch. You're now prepped, responsive, and ready. Men who do this consistently often say they don't just feel stronger physically. They feel more mentally secure, more alive, more like themselves again. But there are still 2 more natural drinks that can make this transformation even more profound. One helps your blood recover and the other sharpens your concentration and calmness. Let's talk about that next. Now, let's add 2 secret allies that most men completely overlook. Not only do they increase blood flow, but they help your body recover, stay calm, and function longer without getting burned. Let's start with tart cherry juice. This dark red juice is loaded with antioxidants called anthocyanins. They fight inflammation, repair blood vessel walls, and help arteries stay flexible. But here's the hidden advantage. Tart cherry juice is one of nature's richest sources of melatonin. Now, you might think that melatonin is only for sleep, but it's also a powerful vascular protector. It helps your body repair the endothelium, that inner lining of your arteries, while you sleep. It also protects nitric oxide from breaking down overnight. So when you drink a small glass of tart cherry juice a few hours before bedtime, you're not only setting yourself up for a deeper rest, but you're also increasing circulation for the next day. It's like recharging your system while you sleep. Now, let's move on to the daytime hero, green tea. Green tea does not directly create nitric oxide. Instead, it helps your body use it better. Its key compound, EGCG, protects the enzyme that produces nitric oxide from oxidative damage. That means the nitric oxide you already have works longer and stronger. In addition, green tea contains theanine, an amino acid that calms the mind without numbing you. When combined with the small amount of caffeine in green tea, it creates something special. Focused relaxation. That quiet confidence is exactly what men need before intimacy. So, here's a quick formula you can try. Brew 2 strong cups of green tea. Let them cool and mix with 8 ounces of pure pomegranate juice. Add ice if desired. This creates what I call the endothelial health mix. A drink that supports blood vessels, sharpens the mind, and keeps nitric oxide levels thriving throughout the day. So, now we have your pre-activity drinks, your daily circulation routine, and your recovery mix. But there's one more secret that can make or break everything. Something so simple that most men never think about it. Hydration. And I'll explain why it matters more than you think. Next, before you drink any of these powerful drinks, there is a rule that every man should know. None of that works if you're dehydrated. Think of your blood as water in a hose. If there isn't enough, even the widest hose won't deliver pressure. That's exactly what happens inside your body. If you are low on fluids, your blood volume decreases. And when that happens, your circulation, energy, and steadfastness suffer. So, here's the solution. In the hours leading up to intimacy, drink between 16 and 24 ounces of water. Not just before, but 2 to 3 hours before. That gives your body time to absorb it, rebuild volume, and prepare your system for better flow. Then, when it's time for your nitric oxide booster, your blood has the volume and pressure it needs to respond. But don't overdo it. Drinking too much water right before the activity can make you feel bloated or distracted. Hydration is about balance, not flooding your system. Now, let's talk about something you might not expect. Temperature. If you drink your iced juice, your body reacts with a brief constriction of the blood vessels. That's why I always tell my patients to keep their drinks at room temperature or slightly cold. Cold liquids can momentarily strain your vessels. The room temperature keeps them relaxed and ready. And yes, time matters. Most of these drinks, especially beets, watermelon, and triple mix, work best when consumed about 60 minutes before intimacy. That's when nitric oxide peaks in the bloodstream. But everyone's body is different. Some men notice the best results after 45 minutes, others closer to 90. So experiment, find your sweet spot. And remember, with these natural boosters, more isn't always better. Stick to optimal ranges. 8 to 16 ounces of beet juice, 7-10 ounces of pomegranate, 12-16 ounces of watermelon. More than that, it doesn't double the profits. It simply adds more sugar and calories that your body doesn't need. So, to recap, stay hydrated, keep your drinks at room temperature, and time about an hour before the activity. Do that and you'll feel the difference. Not only physically, but also in your confidence. And now, it's time for what I promised you at the beginning, the real conclusion. The part that ties all of this together into a simple, life-changing ritual. Let's put it all together, gentlemen. Because what we've talked about today isn't just about a drink or a night. It is about claiming something deeper. Your circulation, your confidence, and your control. Here's the truth. Your body still has the power to function as it did years ago. You just have to remind him how when you give him the right nutrients. Beets for nitric oxide, pomegranate for protection, watermelon for fuel, cherry juice for recovery, and green tea for calm. You're rebuilding the system that powers your energy, your strength, and your masculinity. Let's start with this. 1 hour before intimacy, drink your triple nitric oxide booster. 8-ounce beets, 6-ounce watermelon, 4-ounce pomegranate. Drink it at room temperature. Stay hydrated. Take a deep breath. Then, give your body time to work its magic. You will feel hot. You will feel energy. You will feel alive. And if you do it regularly, a little pomegranate in the morning, beets or watermelon in the afternoon, cherry juice in the evening, you'll start to notice permanent changes. Your circulation improves, your energy comes back, and your confidence comes roaring back because this is not a pill. It's an association with your own biology. Men who follow this ritual often tell me something remarkable. They stop worrying about performance and start enjoying the connection again. That's the real power behind these natural boosters. Not only do they help your body, but they help you feel like yourself again. So, here's what I want you to do. Try the 1-hour ritual this week. Just once. Then, come back and tell me what you noticed. Comment below. Did you feel more energy, better blood flow, or a greater sense of confidence? And if you have any questions about your health, hormones, or circulation, please leave them in the comments. I read them all personally and will answer them in future videos. If you found it helpful, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with another man who deserves to feel strong again, because your best years are not behind you. They're waiting for you to wake up your body again. I am Dr. Karol, and I remind you that power, resilience, and confidence begin with circulation. And in our next video, I'll show you a bedtime habit that can triple your testosterone naturally without a single supplement. Stay tuned and take care of yourselves.